Welcome back to the Bleach podcast. We're back for chapter 657, God of Thunder 2. 6 days before Manga Stream said they put it out, but oh well. I'm Zill, and I have a headset, so I can commentate sports while talking about weeaboo shit.
And I am the ghost of Christmas Jews.
Son. Very sore, son. Taking more medication, son.
Future, who now has the complete Eevee collection.
I hate you.
Oh boy. Alright, and so yeah, we're back for another exciting episode of catching up with the Shihoans. So, Future, you want to go first?
No, I was going to say, do you want to go to Shiffy first to leave Future alone this week?
No, otherwise, Future's never gonna talk.
I know. Just get it out of the way. I suppose because like a lot of people won't listen to right to the end, so that, I guess that was my theory behind it all.
What's gonna happen is if we don't catch his attention quick enough, he's gonna go to his Eevee collection and begin fondling them, and then we're gonna never get him back.
Oh dear God. I didn't say it this week, Future. I didn't say it.
Go ahead. Go for it. What else?
Okay. So let me try to remember what happened. It's been a few hours since I looked at it. Been playing Xenoblade all day.
Really feeling it? Oh.
No, it's the new one, so
I
actually don't know if they say it in the new one. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Probably not.
Well, they have Shulk's voice in there somewhere, so.
Fair enough.
Alright, just let me. Well, first of all, Yoruichi is a badass as usual. Let's get that out of the way. Love that. I like that her brother isn't just, you know, a crybaby doofus. That he actually has some fighting ability and won't be, like, dead weight or anything. Askin is kind of durable for being a complete idiot. Or at least a coward or something, I don't know. And, I've been thinking with that whole thing at the end that he makes it so that her Shunko can't hurt him anymore. I'm thinking this is how Kubo's gonna bring out her Zanpakuto, making it that she can't really fight him any other way, pretty much forcing her to use it. That's what I'm thinking that this whole thing is for.
And Sal squirts. Sorry.
What?
Nothing. Didn't say nothing.
Also, backwards headbutt for the win.
Backwards headbutt. Alright, Yoruichi, right, guy. Nothing.
I mean, I don't really have that much to say about this one, honestly.
Did you not immediately enjoy it?
No, I did. I just don't have that much to say. Just that much to say on it, really.
Is he a master or expert?
I don't know.
Alright, so did you enjoy it then?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
He spoiled my plan. You spoiled my plan, Future.
What?
The plan is to get you talking. Did you like it? Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't have that much to say about this one.
Well, one of these days you're gonna go mute, got out of talk.
Sal, do you want to go since you're being quiet? Sal?
Yes. I can go.
It is like 1 o'clock in the morning for me. Why is everyone else tired?
Let's see. Yoruichi doing what she does best. Then we find out her brother is most definitely her brother. You know, obviously he's a little bit overly emotional, but other than that, he's most definitely a Shion. I mean, obviously pulling off some shampoo there, and then some Hakuda, and then some Shunko. This arc is probably the most use of Shunko and related abilities we've seen ever, considering that it's rarely ever used. Pretty sure she didn't even use it against Aizen.
Nope.
But it was pretty good chapter, totally unexpected. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I agree with Future. It is a possibility you use that to, you know, the advantage of her using her Zanpakuto, but at the same time, should that even be a prerequisite for you to use your Zanpakuto? Like, like for anybody else, oh yeah, I'll do whatever comes necessary in order to win the fight, and it's like, oh, just for her, it's like, oh, I want to make it so it's not even a thought to have to use Zanpakuto. It's kind of like the most ridiculous kind of way of handling any type of situation. Because I found it weird that she enters into a fight and then she immediately goes Shunko. When all the other past times she entered into a fight, it was just Shunko and Hakudo all over the place. So that was odd for me, but regardless of this little plot point, I still felt like it was just a little bit much, because I don't think we've ever considered Retsu as a substance that one could, I don't know, eat or whatever. So I mean, I find it kind of odd that out of nowhere, all of a sudden, it is something that you could do. That, like, it just seems kind of weird to me, in that he could able to even utilize it that way. Like, oh yeah, now your Retsu can't hurt me. Like, is that a common thing for somebody to use Retsu to hurt you, besides in the ways? I mean, people don't really use that in like fighting, so it's kind of like really weird that that's something that it kind of made me feel like if she had punched him in the face a couple of times, it'd have been like, oh well, now I'm invulnerable to harm because you punched me. Like, your physical attacks can't hurt me anymore. Like, come on. At what point does this stop? Because for me, Askin is pretty much the Air Nero of the elite guard here. Like, he's like really low man on the totem pole. He even said himself that if it wasn't for his death dealing, that he wouldn't even be on the daggone group. And while it makes him somewhat resistant and able to kind of in turn turn that back on folks, I think there should be a little bit, it's a little bit versatile, but I think there's probably should be some things that he just can't do. And this situation in particular just seemed kind of odd. If he wanted to use anything else, okay, but I don't see how one can eat, Retsu. Reshi is one thing because it's just a spiritual version of molecules, atoms, or whatever. But like spiritual pressure, I don't know. I'm not really sure where you're going with that. But also to bring, well, yeah, that's all I got to say right now for that chapter. There is something else I actually thought of, but I ain't waiting until everybody else is finished talking.
You can say it. You're allowed to. Or is it not? Okay. Okay. Shift. Do you want to go?
Let's see here. Okay. Hold on. As Future already started off, we've got first couple pages of Yoruichi being certified badass, as usual. Yeah, more certified badassery. And, I don't know, or him being kind of half helpless again.
Christmas is tough on everyone, apparently. Sorry, he's all sound racked. Sorry.
Yeah. The Jew was hit really hard by Christmas.
I don't know. Maybe the Festival of Lights includes people eating a lot of stuff.
No, Jew's having a Hanukkah hangover, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe this translation is just a little crapshoot, but I don't really get how Yoruichi was supposed to be sarcastic with the getting stronger line. That didn't really sound sarcastic at all.
Yeah, yeah. That's the downside of translation.
I'm waiting on a better translation.
I think it may have been like more like a question, like, oh, are you saying you've gotten stronger and stuff, or whatever, or stronger than me, or whatever, and then Yushiro was like, oh yeah.
I don't think it translates that well on page, because sarcasm can be more of attitude in the way you say something as opposed to something that's written out. So sometimes it's not easy to carry that over. So maybe the way it was translated might have not been written out correctly.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting on a better translation. But anyway, here comes, and then after this whole sibling rivalry, here comes Askin, literally making the plot lethal. Seriously, I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing now. He's making the plot itself lethal.
Man.
Let's see, even Ichigo's being useless. I didn't say anything.
Oh, we actually going physically through the
as I had said earlier in the last chapter, though, Askin found the one surefire way to beat Chad. He made the ground poisonous.
Oh, right, Snog.
Because nothing else can defeat Chad.
No. Nothing else, but everything else.
The ground is Chad's girlfriend. The ground is Chad's. The ground. Chad ex.
Well, if the ground is Chad's girlfriend, she's cheating on him with Ichigo.
and Chaz.
She's bisexual as well. She loves the boobies.
Yep, let's go then. Anyway, and then Askin's just. I like this part. He's just not caring about. Oh, hold on.
What? Did this call die? Hello?
No, do something like
Shiffy.
IRL.
Shiffy?
Probably had to go count some shekels.
Parents are yelling to me. Oh, okay. Okay, so the parents are yelling to him. Yes, we have parents, people.
They need to lecture them on controlling the world banks.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Chloe. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I like how Askin just doesn't actually seem to give a shit about about the fact that everyone's getting away. He's like, oh, they're getting away. Oh, woe is me.
That's my Jewish mom. Sorry.
Yuhavok Senpai is really gonna give it to me.
Oh no, woe is me, they're getting away. I just don't really give a shit.
Oh dear, they seem to be getting away. How unfortunate.
How sinful.
Oh, Bob.
Don't do that. No more sinning. No more sinning.
Everything is the same when you look at it the right way.
No more sinning.
Everything's the same when your eyelids close the wrong way.
This is true. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got, Yushiro being confused for a girl, which, all of us did.
Everyone did, yeah.
I mean, at least it's not just us. At least it gets acknowledged in universe,
Yep.
I'm a little boy.
Yeah, let's see. We had 2 full topics arguing about this. Constantly, this is Geo Vega all over again. I mean, with Giselle, it was a different story. That was a different confusion. This is Geo Vega all over again.
Yeah, I think somebody.
And then as I said, Yushiro actually gets his certificate of badassery token.
He points out, "I'm a boy."
I'm a real boy.
He just freaking punches Aspen right in the face. He gets his badass token right then and there.
I'm a deck you in the schnoz. He did.
And then he completely.
I love Daskin's reaction to it.
He completely explodes, figuratively and literally.
Okay. You done then?
Oh right then. Let's see. I'm just kind of skimming through the chapter here. And then once again, Asuka is just not giving a shit. He's just looking like, yeah, you just used a crazy attack on me. Too bad. It wasn't very effective.
It wasn't effective.
It was effective in hurting him because he looks fucked up.
Nope. It wasn't very effective.
It's not very effective. It's super effective. Or super defective.
And of course, my favorite page of this whole chapter is. Oh wait, no, that's just Manga Straight being critical. Never mind.
Huh?
Never mind. I'm talking about the stream being funny and saying to support the official release, when at the same time they have a PayPal link on their site. Anyway.
Okay, so do you want to go?
Sure. Right.
No typing while talking.
I refuse. Okay, so, first off, aside from the cat ears or horns or whatever the hell they are,
I think they're horns, like you said.
Yeah, same. Some people think they're,
They didn't look like cat ears to me. Cats tend to point out the way, and they were very pointed up.
That's what I was saying. But aside from that, and Yoruichi being stacked, like, I had no idea her boobs were that big.
I had all ideas her boobs were epic, constantly.
I didn't see that in any of the previous chapters, but it was very in focus on the second page, which, by the way, is an excellent piece of art. Aside from that, I find it interesting that the opening text on the first page on the side refers to you as a fallen god. I mean...
Stop doing stuff.
I'm not doing anything!
You roboted there, so did you
That's
say
not
fallen
my
god?
fault. Fallen god.
Okay.
I
said that.
As in fall. No, I heard you say ballin' god, and she's not a b-baller.
No idea what that meant, okay?
Even if she's black. Anyway, so, Yoruichi managed to level the city with her little technique, and she saves, Orihime with rope she probably pulled out from between her boobs. And then we made the switch to comedy, because Yushiro's back, and And I like how Yoruichi just effortlessly goes from badass mode to trolling her little brother physically, whether it be, just dodging him or stopping him or reverse headbutting him. And yeah, I liked her little her expressions at Yoshio being like, "I'm gonna save you," even though there's a clear power difference between them. And that's good. And so Aston comes back. He survived surprisingly, with just like a few scratches. And so Yoruichi gives everyone the chance to get away, all that good stuff. And oh yeah, and Asuka mistakenly calls the Raijin Senkai the Wonder Dog technique, so Yushio gets pissed. Asking, it's like, even though if you're barehanded, if you have no weapons, I'm gonna take it easy on you, little missy, and you know, and then he gets just punched right in the nose, right in the face, over and over again. And it turns out that Yoshio actually is powerful, and it didn't just isn't just the head of the Shohonen because he was next in line. And he uses the nuclear Shunko, which I didn't know would be a thing, but it is. And apparently even Yoruichi is like, it's pretty strong, even though I taught you like 5 minutes ago. And Asuka survived, with some pretty fucked up burns, but he's alive. And yeah, I guess I'm not quite sure how it's Ryatsu is a substance like reishi, but you know what? Whatever. I wasn't expecting this story to, or this battle to end in 2 chapters. It's gotta be fucking lame. And
I'm more kind of curious. Let me tell you. You said you weren't expecting this battle to end in 2 chapters. Of course, we kind of just cut away from one.
well, yeah, but Gerard's not dead.
Yeah, we just cut away from it. I don't know what Kubo was doing with this.
I assume we're gonna go back to that, and that'll be long.
I'm sure, but it's weird for him to not finish that one first.
But that battle isn't over. Whereas if Askin just died now, that'd be it. That'd be super boring for shoot stuff.
Honestly, it was just weird with like 655 with them just cutting away to go to this battle.
I assume that's Kubo giving everyone who just got wrecked by the
Your robot really bad, dear.
I assume that's Kubo's way of giving everyone who just got wrecked by Gerard a chance to recover, because they all got smashed or blown away or whatever. And if he like started from there, he'd have like, I guess, Urahara to stop retire or something. So I guess also Asuka isn't a part of the Soul King, so I don't know.
Asuka's just useless.
I don't know, man. He dropped Ichigo, and that's pretty impressive. So.
Okay, this is true.
So yeah, and if he can survive 2 separate powerful Shunko attacks, he's not a pushover. And like I was telling Sal earlier, it seems like he isn't so much a coward who runs away from fights as the kind of guy who chooses fights, because it makes sense for him to run away from Grimmjow, because Grimmjow is a fucking Arankar with hollow rats that would poison him to death, and he wanted to drop him quickly.
It's not the first time he walked away from a fight, and that wasn't even against the Arankar.
Well, yeah, but against Mayuri, he explained why he was walking away, and he at least like took some time, and he literally walked away instead of running with a hilarious expression. And whereas Ichigo isn't smart like Mayuri or literally poisonous like Grimmjow, and is more headstrong, which is why he's able to drop him with Gift Bad. Also, he dropped Chad and Orihime because obviously. And he's not running away from this fight, even though he's facing against 2 close range people. So, Yeah. That's all I gotta say. I liked Doctor. It was fun, even though I didn't expect it at like 5 in the morning, and then it happened anyway.
Is that it?
So, yes.
Okay, cool. Cool, sir. Alright, well, I'll just be short and sweet with it. Awesome to see Yoruichi fighting and being awesome and being. I don't even want to use the term smacktual. I use smacktual whenever I like something a lot. But then it's like, oh, yeah, she's big titties. Nah. But yeah, no, it was awesome. I do also agree that I think they look more like horns than cats because cats, again, are more diverted out the way. It's very rare you'll find a cat that has straight up ears. Um, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to comment on that I can't remember.
Um, I think Ride has horns too, which would yeah.
What?
I think that
I'm
form is
sorry,
based off of.
what was it?
Yeah, hold on. I believe Raijin, the Japanese god that form is based off of, has horns as well, which would further the it being horns instead of cat ears.
Oh.
Let me check.
Well, it says, well, I looked it up and it says that he's supposed to look like a demon. So I guess the horse would make sense.
He's got horns and he knows how to use them.
Lovely. Well, I love when Yoruichi. I love it when Yoruichi has her kind of silly moments, you know, like when she dodged Yoshiro. But I also like the fact that like she was like, weren't you supposed to be with like Kisuke? And like you can totally see her face like, I want him to babysit you, not me. I'm a lazy shit. But yeah, no, it was quite cool. And I also like I loved his reveal of like the whole like you think he's going to get hurt and stuff, and it's going to be like Hanato like a whingy little baby, but then he like literally just goes like hell no in the face, and Asuka's like how the hell are you that strong? The fuck happened? But yeah, but then of course, and it was cool. Nuclear bombs, is that what you called it? The nuke, Shunko nuke.
Yeah, the nuclear Shunko, because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a nuclear mushroom, doesn't it? But yeah, so the nuke, and then, but I just, I know, okay, yes, the fight's not supposed to end in 2 days, but I just so sick and tired of whatever you do to me, it just makes me stronger. Ah. So yeah, whatever. That's. But
You're thinking of Gerard, my dear.
no, I get that, but it's like he's done that to him. He got an attack, and he's now turning that attack to his advantage. That's what I mean. I'm sick and tired of that. Whatever you do to me, I'm just gonna be like, come back stronger, or I'm gonna nullify your attack, or whatever. I just hate that sort of shit. I'm just not a fan of it. I'll just sit here and overpower. I'm based on whatever you do to me. I just don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. But yeah. So okay, looking forward to battles next week. Maybe.
How do I know you're gonna say cup of tea? I just knew you were gonna say that.
What?
I just knew you were gonna say not my cup of tea.
Well, I'm
Goddamn.
Irish. All we do is drink tea.
No, you drink potatoes and beer.
Booze. Yeah. It's totally
Yeah.
beer.
You drink potato beer.
No, we drink more tea than we drink beer.
You shoot up with potato heroin.
It's like I'm really warm. Even if someone said to you, "I'm really warm," they'd say, "I have a cup of tea." It's literally everything we do is have a cup of tea. My mum literally keeps like.
If everything you did was have a cup of tea, I don't think Northern Ireland would be nearly as violent as it currently is. Everyone would be a lot calmer.
Well.
If everyone was making tea all the time, we would have time to make bombs and shit. I'm just saying.
But still Ireland's very known for its sit down, have a cup of tea. Everything is as soon as shit happens, I have a cup of tea. I don't feel well, I have a cup of tea. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but it's not my cup of tea, and I like a cup of tea. Well, saying that, actually, I've been drinking it all week or tea. But yeah, so yeah. yeah, so looking forward to next week's battle, but I just hate things being pulled out of arse like, oh look, I can show these really strong, powerful moves, but still make the battle last longer by making them immune to them. Ha ha ha. So yeah, I didn't like it when like even Aizen stood up. You know, it was like, oh yeah, no matter what you do to me, it's like, yeah, I'm just that was barely a scratch. Bah. But I did enjoy Askin's pulverized face. It's quite fun to look at.
Wow.
But yeah, yeah. So Sal, you said you had something to add on?
No, I was the other week. I was upgrading on new additions to the Soul King's page, and about you know Mimi Hagi and Pernita and apparently Gerard somehow. And after looking through it and everything, going over it, I started like thinking to myself, and then it started to make sense. I'm thinking we may have, you know, because of things that Bach says, over thinking his role and stuff like that. We're thinking of, you know, uh, the whole, I'm the son of the Soul King, so forth and so on, and because he has this big role and all this history and so forth and so on. But the more I looked at his powers, and the more I looked at what was going on, I came to the conclusion that my newest theory about this is that, we assume one thing about him, but it's very possible and very likely that he's just another part of the Soul King, like Dagon Gerard, Pernita, and Mimi Hagi.
Oh,
He's his
fuck.
penis.
I mean, I've seen a couple theories like that, yeah. And if it happens, I
mean,
can agree with it, but
He's the beard of the Soul King.
I mean, it seems to be kind of odd because for some random person, let alone a human being, whether you're not you're the father of Quincy or whatever, it's kind of odd that he has all this daggone power, no seeming drawbacks and whatnot, and he has no real purpose as far as an enemy is concerned. Like, he has no real end game or anything like that. It just seems like he's done what he's just done. And the reason why it started to get in my mind is that if he absorbed the Soul King, he absorbed Mimi Hagi, Pernita's going now, whatever, he's probably got, whatever Pernita is and stuff like that. And when Gerard goes, it's probably the same thing. And all I could think in my head is that everything about the Soul King, his Soul King himself, his heart, his hands, and stuff like that, they're all converging in the same daggone place, which is Bach. So the only thing I can think of is that it's like somewhat of the Soul King's second coming or whatever. Either it's Bach's intention, or he doesn't, or it's like I have always thought, and it's like the Soul King's intention. He doesn't realize how much of a pawn he is, because it seems kind of odd that Soul King made no attempt at daggone defending itself. Not that he really could. He didn't even speak on anything or whatever. It's all like it was all destined or planned.
on top of Bach himself being like, you probably saw everything that happened up to this point. You didn't do a damn thing. So, like,
Exactly.
even if the Soul King couldn't physically defend himself, I'm sure he could communicate to his royal guard like, hey, some shit's about to go down. Maybe you should stop it.
Yeah, the idea that he could have seen all this coming and did the minimal amount of whatever to daggone actually stop it. It didn't even seem the royal guard were that really into. It's like they put up a good effort, but not as much of a good effort as you think they would have. like Yeah, it's kind of like it just seems like it all was like very much staged and whatnot. And I don't know, maybe Bach is somehow programmed in his mindset or the way he's grown up or whatever have you, it, in like just to have this like level of hubris where the arrogance is so huge, the ego is so big. It's just like everybody's beneath him, even the Soul King. When it just seems like even if you look at what's happening, it just seems like his whole purpose is to restore the Soul King. I mean, the Soul
Right.
King obviously wasn't making any attempts to get Pernita or Mimi Hagi or anybody back. They were just trolling around wherever they were for hundreds and thousands of years and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not until Bach showed up that everybody's joined back together, and the odd man out seems to be him. And when I look at his history, when I look at his powers, something just doesn't add up because all those powers that he had even before he, the Almighty and all that stuff, that's powers that probably should go to somebody who's all powerful and has a vision, has a purpose. It's kind of odd that this guy who happens just to be the bad guy or whatever have you has all these daggone powers with no apparent real inherent weaknesses. And let's be realistic, I was telling my friend about this earlier. I was telling him about the chapter as I usually do, and he's like, well, where was Ichigo when all this was going down? And I was just like, oh, he's face down on the floor. You know, our there's our savior getting his
Yeah.
40 winks in while while everybody else is fighting. Like,
I
I'm like, the more I go
guess.
through this, the more I find it hard for me to believe that Ichigo is the savior in this situation because I'm sitting there thinking, all he can do is swing a sword. Exactly how is that supposed to beat this all-powerful godlike being at this point? Like, unless
Um.
he has a Getsuga Tensho and Bankai that that can, I don't know, re return the Soul King to what he was or whatever, and destroy Block into oblivion. I don't understand exactly,
Yeah.
how Ichigo's supposed to pull that off.
Like that when that plot guy gets Gatencho in the Hellverse, like, oh man, I'm gonna seal you into hell with this somehow. What?
I mean, I think my biggest issue is like there is nothing in the storyline that is currently happening or I can actually foresee happening that would actually legitimately explain how Ichigo is supposed to do anything. It's not like he's trained for anything. He doesn't have any daggone special techniques, eh, other than what we see. And if he did, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't know how to use them. So it's just kind of like, I mean, are we going to get another, you
It's probably
know,
gonna Urahara's probably gonna win again. What happens?
I don't know. It's just really weird because I mean this is shonen, so I mean I think we all know how these types of things operate, within the type of mangas that they do, and it's just not. It doesn't seem like he's set up to even win or even be a contender to do anything because it's like I mean, there would have to be some really weird, convoluted situation that we're just getting apprised of when it happens. And you know, I
Yeah.
know myself is gonna probably be like, "What the hell is that?" And then Shiffy's gonna be like, "Oh, that's legitimately, the right place with the storyline. I can entirely believe it, and it's not contrived at all." And
What do I
and
have to do with this?
and everybody's gonna be like on different sides of this daggone thing, and I'm just gonna be like, this doesn't make any sense. But that's just how I see it going.
Yeah. I just don't like this whole like, oh, arm, leg, heart, penis.
But I'm saying, I mean, what I was
Scrotum.
my point was and stuff like that is like if you actively looked at Pernita and all them, then you look at Bach and everything like that. It does seem kind of odd that all those scenarios are going to, all these parts are running around. Now they're all being joined together, basically within Bach. Like,
Yeah.
I, it's a little bit weird. that the Soul King had really no
Control of his body parts.
yeah, and he had no character at all within the storyline when you finally see him. I don't know. It's obviously, as I've said multiple times before, obviously there's something really missing that we're
Yeah.
not getting, but it's starting to more or less take shape. So,
Yeah. I wonder how many like fan fiction things there are now that, you know, I am his like her on his left nipple. You know, it's kind of it's got to be silly because like how many characters did we see that I used to be the Soul King, now then I was a captain, then I was this, then I was that, and now I've been morphed into this, and you know, sort of stuff.
well, we know of people who do that. And yeah, it's not original.
Are you sure it's not original?
I'm
completely
pretty sure
original.
It's not original.
Well, you know, if this is indeed a long con kind of narrative where Kubo has been setting this up for, you know, over the course of the arc, I just hope that whatever happens to Bach, he ends up being, you know, the real antagonist or like the Soul King somehow instead of, you know, introducing some other omnipotent being out of nowhere and then having him
No.
slash her being
That's
the bad
not going to happen because this isn't the first 4 Final Fantasy games.
or or Naruto with Kaguya.
I don't think there's anything that can set that type of thing up, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I literally believe it has to be Bach. I just literally believe it from my viewpoint, it just seems like a situation where he himself does not know the role that he has been slotted to play, even though he thinks he
Yeah.
does.
No, I understand that. I'm referencing the end of Naruto, where it's like, oh, by the way, there's this character that we introduced 30 chapters ago. Now she's the real bad guy.
Kill her within 2 chapters.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you need to fight your best friend at the end anyway, because lol, fuck that. We're gonna go for some parallels here, and then you're gonna butcher his hand off, and then we're gonna forgive the bad guy. You know, whatever.
No
What the
one's at fault
fuck?
for anything.
Yeah. Never mind that you betrayed like everyone who ever lived. You're okay because you said sorry.
Yep. Nobody learns a lesson. Nobody changes. Everything
Yeah.
just goes back to the way it was without any daggone thing being learned or moved forward at all. We're just going to act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And nothing of significance was achieved.
Yeah.
Yay!
At the end of the story, at the end of the story, Buck's like, "I'm really, really sorry." And he's like, "Well, okay, I forgive you."
We're friends now.
Did
Yeah.
you know that's what happened with Aizen?
Yeah.
And then Ichigo and Yamato go and skip
Make babies.
happily through a meadow and take over the
Yes.
world.
Skipping through the flowers, holding hands,
And then
And taking over the world.
skipping to their loo.
Yeah, and then Aizen will accidentally fall into the role of the Soul King, like, well, I guess I'll take the position, and everyone laughs. The end. Roll credits.
I do believe I have pointed out that I do believe that I and Ichigo probably have a daggone role, and I think they're just going to end up daggone maybe not Ichigo, maybe so. I don't know what's going to happen to him, but I do believe Aizen's going to end up getting freaking absorbed as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna in one way or another he's going to get what he wanted, just not how he thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I just want Aizen to come out
Or
from
he'll
the
just
palace.
sit there in his chair for all eternity.
Yeah, I want Aizen to be in the palace, and Ichigo to be like, "Bitch, get back in Muken. I didn't put you there so you could come out 2 years later. All right? I'm sick of your bullshit."
Just like after they defeat Bach, Aizen just keeps rocketing up in his chair, and he's like, "By the way, I'm the real final boss."
I'm freaking, I'm ultimate form Aizen. I'm a ripoff of Sephiroth. I have 2 wings. Like,
oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
just like evidence, just like evidence, like in Street Fighter 2 or something, like where right before you fight Bach, Aizen just comes in, performs like a Shungoku Satsu on him, and kills him, and he's like, "Yep, fight me now."
Seems
Oh,
good.
is that their Akuma or something?
Yeah.
Akuma. It's Akuma. Oh God. It's just that's what I'm talking about. Aizen's gonna show up out of the chair somehow. He's like, oh, Khan let me loose, and it's
Khan is gonna be the real final boss.
Yeah.
He's
Nah.
like, I'm
Ichigo's body, of course.
He's gonna be like, I'm the second child of Genova, and I've come to destroy you and the entire Go to 13. And then Ichigo's like, okay, well, I'm gonna take out my Buster Sword because that's what his Bankai turns into now, and we're gonna end it
They
like
play
that.
children's trading card games.
Then Ichigo's gonna go running at Aizen, and that's how Bleach is gonna end. Cliffhanger that's never resolved. Nobody's gonna ever know what's gonna happen. You make up your own ending.
Yeah. Speaking of Khan, man, that's what's gonna happen to Aizen. Like at the end of Fade to Black, Khan's still stuck in like the sludge, and he's like, "How dare you forget about me?" That's gonna be the final shot of Bleach. Aizen in his chair, all alone, being like, "How dare they forget about me?"
Isn't that how Fade to Black ended?
Yes.
That's what I
yes,
just
precisely.
said.
Okay.
That's the inherent problem. For instance, to use one of my favorite mangas as an example,
Again.
even though as Zill will probably point out it's an unfair example.
Wait. Is it Fate? Is it Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
God, knew it! Fucking knew it! Just say fucking Full Metal Alchemist. We all know it's gonna be anyway.
The point is that even within that storyline, as you were getting to the end, you already knew everybody had, a plan. They had a setup, and then of course, even without that plan, Hohenheim already had something set up because he knew this day was coming. So he already had something set up prior, and you got a taste of that. You didn't know exactly what, but you knew that he was up to something, and it set up for when it eventually went down. And then of course,
It going
you
down.
had the huge, fight at the end and everything like that, and it was emotional and crazy, and it freaking, beat Father's ass, and then Father was pretty much destroyed and sent through the freaking gate where the presence or God or whatever the hell you want to call it, basically, punished him for all eternity. But it was so epic because even as that original creature that Father was, the little homunculus orb thing in the flask, he was like begging and pleading that, finally, because being all powerful, and he now is no longer all powerful, and he realizes that there is something that exists that is more powerful, and he's at its mercy. He's begging and pleading and stuff like that, and talking about, it's not fair. Don't do this to me. Is it wrong to want knowledge and all this other stuff and everything like that? But that was an awesome ending for that bad guy, but that had been pretty much destroying this country for its own freaking, plots and plans for like, hundreds of years. But the fact that you already had a plan and progression, that was the ending arc, and there was a plan and progression about what was going to be going on at the end. And that is essentially, I think, what my problem is with this arc. Is it's supposed to be the last arc, and there is nothing like that happening. Everybody's just running and hoping that somehow we're gonna defeat Bach. How? I don't know, but we're gonna do something. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I'm gonna play my part. Like
there's been less like hinting at them having a plan for it, and more setting up how they might do it or what might happen to them, with all these very
well, they're gonna punch him to death and stab him to death. It's gonna be a Julius Caesar type situation.
Well, like all
I'm
these
sticking with my Akuma theory. That Akuma's just gonna come in, kill him, and final boss.
Well, there's always like little details that get mentioned offhand about the Soul King and Bach, and like, oh man, if he doesn't absorb these souls, he'll go back to being basically a vegetable, or like,
Okay,
oh man, Soul King
yeah,
used to be sealed and stuff, all that
well,
stuff.
you're right. You're right. That is true. But then the question becomes, even if those things are possibilities, who's going to do that? Who's going to make that happen? Oh, I
Base
know. How
Eisen.
about we do the same thing we did just an arc or two ago with Ichigo, where he fights the daggone bad guy, and then he almost wins, but not really, and then the bad guy gets sealed away by somebody
By
else who is
by
far more daggone capable of doing what they need to do. That
Urahara wins. Urahara always wins.
well, he is the daggone smartest man in Bleach. He comes up with every damn thing.
I mean, aside from those times, this arc when he actually didn't know what was going on for the first time in his life.
Well, that was the Mimi Hagi thing. He was really
Yeah.
out of focus on that one. But you know, I would just love to see him come up with something brilliant so that he can just throw that back in Miori's face, like, "Oh, you created a person? Yeah, I still better than you."
I saved reality.
Yeah,
Take
I
that,
saved
bitch.
reality. You know, I saved reality. So yeah, your little experiment. I mean, like you're basically Frankenstein. Big whoop. Like you made a girl. You're the first lonely daggone freaking nerd to do that. Ever watch Weird Science? Like sometimes, but yeah, I mean that seems to be the only logical step because Ichigo doesn't have the skill to actually deal with this. I mean, he really can't go in there swinging a sword and stuff like that. Considering what Bach has done, he's pretty much made himself indispensable. So either
Yeah.
you check him somehow or you remove him somehow and replace him with something else. I just don't see Ichigo being able to do that because his claim to fame is swing sword, Getsuga Tensho.
Yeah, I think they might just like try and bring Bach down to the level where he can be killed like when he's like, a normal person with powers, and then like okay Ichigo, your turn, tag him.
But they would have to remove
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Soul King
yeah,
aspect of that. So
yeah.
that's the only thing.
And like at the moment I'm not sure how they might do that, but I'm sure it'll happen somehow. Because yeah, I don't think it's just like, well, I have I guess like a Tensho specifically designed to remove Soul King powers. Ta-da!
Well, I'm guessing that, Kubo didn't save Aizen just for the sole purpose of having him sit and cheer the entire arc. So,
Maybe. Or maybe he just wanted to troll the fuck out of everyone. Was like, "Where's Aizen? Bring back Aizen!" And then he brought him back so he could get one-shotted by fucking Nana.
this doesn't really make any sense. I don't see Aizen as being able to do doing that much damage. They might as well just daggone let him out the daggone chair and allow him to help some way. Because the fact of the matter is, like, he can't. I mean, he wasn't even capable of doing the level of damage that daggone freaking the Van Ryck has done in the daggone first place, even with all the Espada. So I mean, it's not like he is much of a freaking danger as everybody else is. I would just let him out. I mean, this is the same situation that is going down in freaking Supernatural, which is kind of like why I find the writing on the show to be kind of stupid. Because the Dagon brothers are entirely selfish. They pretty much destroy Dagon civilization just to keep each other alive.
Yeah,
But
and every single season, one of
I
them
mean,
does something
last
that
season
they keep from the other one.
last season they
They
freaking killed Death. Like,
they
how fucking stupid are they?
Do you know what they've just released after killing Death? They've just released God's Sister.
Yeah, and then because he had to save what you call his brother from the mark of the first or whatever, mark of
Mark
Cain
Kane.
or whatever, which was the only thing holding back the darkness, which is the only daggone thing more powerful than God, and because all that matters is them, nobody else. And now the only thing that can pretty much, and we already know that the only thing that can stop the darkness is the combined power of God and the archangels. And the problem is that one of the archangels is dead. God is nowhere to be found since the entire series. And
Well, Gabriel and Raphael are dead. Gabriel
No,
hasn't been
no, no, no,
confirmed
no,
yet
no.
alive.
It's questionable whether Gabriel is dead because remember he's a trickster and they don't know whether or not he supposedly is dead, but they're
But he
saying
was
that he's
taught his
not really
tricks
dead.
by the guy who supposedly killed him, so we don't know yet.
No, 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 no.
Hello?
His whole they don't really have him listed as dead basically.
I know it's like they keep chopping and changing. They haven't confirmed yet if
But
he's alive or dead.
then they have Lucifer and Michael trapped in freaking Lucifer's
And
cage. So you have two of the most powerful daggone beings in the universe outside besides God and the darkness, and you're not using them at all, even though Lucifer already came to the one brother and told him, yeah, allow me to use your body as a vessel and I'll help you. And he's like, nope. And then he trapped him inside the cage with him and he started crying like a little bitch.
oh yeah, he did. He cried. He cried. That's right. He cried.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, so now you're trapped in there and stuff like that with them. But I'm like, you see the world going to hell, and the only ones that could actually help stop it, you have locked in a cage that they can't get out of because it's designed by God to trap Lucifer, and now Michael's trapped in there as well. And I mean, this is essentially the same type of thing. Like, Eisen can be a asset, an unpredictable asset that is likely to daggone just strike you down as anything else, but it's not like he has anywhere to go. So I mean, I would say the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, it's like Shanti's little quote. It's like, I don't see anything wrong with letting evil fight evil this time around because one is clearly worse than the other. No.
Exactly. He's like, yep, yep, but we're not going to take him out of the chair because of rules.
Yeah.
Because
Because
they matter.
Yeah, because the 746, because we always care about the 746. They're obviously the highest authority around here.
Yep. Because it's not like it's not like you can just kill them and not pay attention to anything they say.
Yeah.
No,
Not like
why
they
would you
ever
do
leave
that?
their
I
underground.
don't think anyone would do that.
I mean, it's not like they even leave their underground apartment. Who the hell are they going to? What are they going to do? Arrest him with what force?
Yeah.
With who? You're going to really? I mean, let's be realistic. Are you really going to arrest Shunsui? You think that's going to happen? I don't think so.
Now, we're gonna have the Captain Commander arrest himself.
Yeah, I would have loved to see them try that with Yamamoto. He was a little bit too passive. Because they were like, oh, you're telling me I can't do something? It's like, okay, well.
Pretty sure the only time the Central 46 told Yamamoto he couldn't do something was in filler.
Well, no, they told him to stop training Kenpachi in like swordsmanship in fear that he might one day rebel. That's the only thing I can think of, though.
I think the only reason why Yamamoto followed that is because he saw the logic in it.
Yeah.
Kenpachi is unpredictable, and he likes fighting too much to daggone be an instrument of relative peace. So that is a very likely scenario that could happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they had an issue with that, but it's a moot point now, isn't it?
Yep. Because Kenpachi can't even walk. So
he has no arm and he can't even walk. So totally useless. I would really like to go back to the back to Kira. I want to see him finally destroy the last remnants of Lie, so I don't have to think about him ever again.
God, I hate Lie.
Yeah.
That would make my day. If that was part of the ending of this particular chapter, I would have been happy. I would have been happy if Kira like came and destroyed him or took out a Bankai or something. I don't know. Anything really.
If Lie actually just like accidentally destroys the chair and Aizen's like trying to show you who's a real god, I'd be really happy.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that scenario either. I really just don't. I mean, as long as Lie is dead, I mean, because this arc, as much as I hate what they turned Aizen into, this arc had made me appreciate him more. I was like, so I guess that's what Kubo's plan was, to make everybody like Aizen more, just by default.
By using someone who is objectively a worse person, just in general.
Worse characterization, totally more overpowered. It makes Dagon Aizen Zanpakuto look like very reasonable.
As reasonable as Tobiume.
Yep. Obviously the same thing. On the
Yeah.
same level. Totally. Nothing even remotely different between them.
No, not even.
It would be
I-
interesting to see Eisen go against Gerard. Now, there you go.
Oh Jesus.
Chair beats giant.
Yeah.
Cheer versus Giant.
Yeah.
Giant versus Broom.
Yeah.
Giant versus Horse.
Giant versus Cowlick. That's what it's gonna be.
Giant versus ground.
Watch what ends up happening. Daggone freaking Gerard's gonna end up getting defeated.
Shush, future, you'll make Chad jealous.
Chad, the virgin fighter. Grind, the slut.
Watch,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Gerard is going to get defeated by Iba, and that's going to be the end of it.
Actually,
Everybody's
actually, speaking of him, I want to see him again because we got like one glimpse of him at the beginning of the year, and that was it. And I want to know what he's up to with Kawamura, because
if we see him again, he just better just say the name of his Zanpakuto so we could just call it.
yeah. He's like, hey, Drew, did you know my Zanpakuto is called this and it does this? And he's there, it's like, what the fuck are you on about? It's like, don't mind me, bye. There.
Just so that I pop in.
He'll just freaking
random
pop in
information.
at what randomly.
Well, you know what?
Like
Or maybe
he'll just pop in. He'll just pop in the middle of this fight, like right in between Yoruichi and Asuka, and be like, "By the way, my Zanpakuto is this, and it does this. Bye, guys." He just walks out there.
Or maybe he'll tell Zuru to defeat Leo with his well-roundedness. You know. I mean,
Why not?
yeah, I mean, Leo's beams go in a straight line, but they can't go around. Ta-da! That's how he'll win.
Wow.
Semantics.
Semantics.
The best
God.
superpower. The best superpower.
I really
can't shoot my
just
beams.
think it is.
I can't shoot my
extreme.
beams in a curve. How sinful!
I mean, I like that they use the Lie thing as a way to present Kira, but at the same time, I think it is really huge cop out for him just not to be dead. Like, you have the Captain Commander's Bankai, plus a very unique Zanpakuto that really played a Deus Ex Machina role in that situation. But I mean, even after those two daggone things, he's still not dead. Like, come on. Like, I mean, Pernita is like a part of the Soul King and didn't take that much. Like, this is ridiculous.
It took
Well, he gets to experience the next best thing. He gets to live his life as a lawn ornament. a group of lawn ornaments at that.
Yeah.
And then the other question would be is what's going to happen to what's her name? Yuryu.
Fight against Ryukin. Now that'll be
most
some
likely,
shit.
it's going to be an issue between Hashwolf, Yuryu, and Ichigo.
And
Ichigo's going to be like, turn from the dark side, and then Yuryu's like, oh, but they have chips. And,
yeah.
What?
And you know,
They have comfy couches. No, yeah, Ichigo's gonna be fighting Hashwolf, and or you'd be like, "Who do I side with?" And it's like, "Well, which one do I find more attractive?" And that'll be the deciding factor.
Well, then the answer is obviously Hashwolf. I mean, you just got nothing on that hairstyle.
The only way they can make that this story more epic is if Yuryu, basically sacrifices himself.
Well, yeah, that would be the only way for him to, like, quote unquote atone for what he's done, because he's kind of just stood by and like, well, I'm just gonna wait here and wait for my chance to kill Block while he attains godhood and kills the royal guard and stuff, you know.
It is literally, and the thing is, I don't even think that's not a true statement. I really believe that's essentially what the plan was. And I'm just like, that is literally what Gin did, and that didn't work. I don't even know why you think that would work. Let's wait till he gets all powerful, then I'm gonna kill him. Like, what?
Well, yeah. Unless you got like a fucking Celia Schneider that happens to have the ability to kill anything in one hit, like Gin did, because at the time Gin was like, most people can't survive having their cells disintegrated. Unless you have something like that, I'm not sure you're going with this boy.
And here's a question: Do we confirm that had Ichigo and them not come down from the Soul Palace the way that they did, Bach wouldn't have been able to get up there in the first place?
Yep. So it's Ichigo's fault too. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
On top of technically Ichigo being the one to kill the Soul King anyway. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
The moral of the story. The moral of the story is that Bach just
Ichigo's
doesn't
the bad
take
guy?
responsibility for anything.
Yeah. Bach did nothing wrong. This entire arc, it was all Ichigo.
It was all Ichigo.
Ichigo is the real big bad of the story from the beginning. All according to Keikaku.
Well, you're not wrong. I mean, Ichigo did daggone open up the daggone pathway to the Soul Palace, and then he did technically cut the Soul King in half.
Yes, so first Ichigo steals the power of a well-meaning Shinigami, then he attacks people to try to help her, then he goes to society and kills a bunch of people there so he can find her and steal more of her power. Then he goes to the human world and attacks Aizen, who has assembled an army of wrong cards just so he can protect he wasn't even need to do anything. He was minding his own business, and Ichigo attacked him. And then he found Aizen again and had him sealed away for 20,000 years because he felt jealous. And now he killed the Soul King and let Bach get up there because he's like, you know what, I gotta go help my friends. It's all
when you think about it, it doesn't really take much change in the story for that actually be true. It really does not take much change. You would just have to change one or two little things, and it'd look exactly like that.
That would be the plot twist of the century. One of the top 3 shonen manga of this generation to have the main bad guy be the good guy all along. Well, shit.
He was a sleeper agent this entire time.
Yeah, working for Urahara.
The real good guy was Aizen somehow.
Everything's really been going according to Ichigo's plan.
Aizen and Bach were just trying to stop Ichigo, but they couldn't. They couldn't battle the plot armor.
They were
the last thing you see. Like the last thing you see in this story. Like the last thing you see in this story is like them all standing over Bach's dying body or something, and he was like, "I did it to stop him." Like he just points at Ichigo, and then you see Ichigo making that Ginjo face. Like he
no.
He stabs him.
No, it'd be some Death Note shit with him just like suddenly going like red eyes, like according to Keikaku. According to Keikaku.
Meanwhile, all of existence crumbles around them.
Yeah.
Ichigo just laughs.
Ichigo's just like, wild card, bitches!
I didn't tell you. I'm insane. I'm a serial killer. I killed Masaki. What?
I killed Masaki. Jesus Christ.
He said, I stabbed that stupid bitch to death.
Yeah.
Blame it on a hollow.
Yeah. When I cut the Soul King in half, I did it because I wanted to. Bach wasn't even controlling me. I just made an excuse.
He was standing there kind of surprised.
I killed the 146. I killed them. It was me.
I'm the one who created the hollow that killed Kai and Shiba. It was all me.
Oh god.
Just like after the last chapter, be Ichigo admitting to doing all the horrible things in this story.
Yeah.
So does that mean Ichigo also created White?
Yes, he created White.
Not only did he create White, but he is the one responsible for the holification of the Vizards.
He planned his own birth. He planned his own birth.
Aizen was just a puppet the whole time.
Yep. Playing his own bird. Aizen was a puppet the entire time.
Aizen was a puppet of Sperm Ichigo.
Not even
No,
that. Just like,
actually, no. It's even it makes more sense than that. Ichigo is actually the Hogyoko given daggone human form.
yeah. I made
The
Snape kill
Hogyoko is the real
Dumbledore.
bad guy. It manipulated everyone. The Hogyoku is Ichigo.
Yeah. Ichigo's like, Ichigo's just like, I'm the one who killed Harry Potter's parents and Dumbledore.
Damn it.
Oh wow.
Oh, and I was Darth Vader. Just
I was Darth Vader and the Emperor.
Yeah.
I killed Batman's parents.
Oh,
I
God.
blew up.
This is going to hell.
I blew up Krypton.
I destroyed Alderaan as well.
Yeah.
And I'm Magneto's father.
Magneto's father. Oh
Yeah.
God.
I scarred Doctor Doom.
Yeah. And I made Bach a bad guy when he was 5 years old.
I created the radioactive spider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one that caused the mutation of the Hulk by daggone gamma radiation.
Yeah.
I'm the one who gave birth to Apocalypse.
I'm the one who dropped
And
the
I
bomb
turned
at the
our
beginning of the
lad
Apollo
into
series.
Kang the Conqueror.
I'm the one that started the Weapon X program. I created Wolverine.
When you evolved, I was 5 years old. I was like, your father's never come to your birthday parties, and he was like, no.
I'm the one who sculpted Wonder Woman.
And then he swore
I sank the Titanic.
I'm the president that started the Hunger Games.
I'm the ruler of hell too.
Oh God.
I created the Titans.
Oh God. Wow.
I created father. It was me.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh what?
Yeah. All right. So I think
I divided the Dragon Balls.
Son of a bitch.
I started the first Holy Grail Wars.
I'm Cell, Frieza, and Brawley.
I killed Jesus. It was me. It was all.
I'm a guardian of Oa.
So I think we conclude that Ichigo is the real bad guy for every series.
Guys,
Guys,
you're forgetting it. You're forgetting one thing. Ichigo is also the one who ran over Grandma with a reindeer.
No.
And he's like, and you know why I did all this? Do you know why? And they were like, why? Ichigo, why? And we're like, because I am the Spanish Inquisition.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids and your stupid dog.
And your stupid Grim Joe. Yeah.
He's doing it all so that he can prepare for Judgment Day because he is Skynet.
And I would have gotten away with it if I didn't feel like admitting it out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever.
He's like, I'm Freddy Krueger, Jason, and Michael Myers.
Jesus Christ.
Where are we even going with this?
I had no idea.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, and I was the man behind Hitler.
I am Hitler.
Shoot at Hitler.
The Jews cheated me out of my money, so I decided to get revenge.
It was me that was choking Schiff at the start of this.
I made Dio a dick.
I am the Kwiatek Hasadarek. I am Genghis Khan.
I am Spartacus.
Wait a minute, Spartacus wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt like the natural progression. It's very.
I'm the one who flooded the world.
Oh,
I made Kratos a massive prick. I made him kill the gods.
Oh God.
I put the evils of Pandora in Pandora's box.
Oh wow. This is...
I killed the dinosaurs.
Well, shit.
I killed the dinosaurs.
I created Soul Calibur and Soul Edge.
Oh,
and
that was a wetsuit.
And yeah, and I'm the embodiment of evil in the Berserk universe.
The five.
Yeah.
I created Genova.
Genova. I'm Genova.
I live in Mordor.
Oh, Jesus.
I am Morgoth
one who
and
sit-
Sauron.
I am the one who simply walked into Mordor.
And made it my bitch. All of it.
I'm all the Daedric princes.
Not all of them are even evil.
Oh well.
I mean, Meridia is totally not evil.
Okay. He
And
was
then the most
Dagon,
evil
alright?
thing.
His name was Dagon.
And then the most evil, despicable thing that Ichigo ever did. He killed Bambi's mother.
Oh, fuck.
Guys, future, no. Ichigo was phone.
The
And
fiend.
And Ichigo knew all along why kids love to taste cinnamon toast crunch, but he never told anyone.
He's the one
kept
that
it
won't
to
let he won't let the Trix rabbit eat his cereal.
himself.
He's the one that cursed Elsa from Frozen.
He's also always after your Lucky Charms.
Well, yes. It's strawberry schmiggles.
Strawberry squiggles. Oh god. Always have to be strawberry
Where are we
squiggles.
even going with this anymore? I've completely lost track of this.
Well, I think we confirmed that Ichigo is the true bad guy, and everyone else was just a good guy. Literally everyone else in every universe was a good guy trying to stop him, but they couldn't.
Legit to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, Okuyara was really the hero of the story by trying to kill him twice, and then it didn't take.
Yeah,
Loki-
Okiura's turned into the Shikon Jewel. That's what happened.
Yeah, when you think about it, Ichigo's the one who's...
No.
When you think...
Loki brought all those aliens to Earth to fight Ichigo.
When you think about it, Ichigo's the daggone freaking one that's overpowered. He can't die.
Yeah. he got killed twice, and he's like, well, shit, I need to stand up and brush off my shoulders.
I mean, you think it's kind of odd that randomly he's fighting Bach, and next thing you know, when he's about to get his head cut off, oh, I have Blute now. Like, what?
Yeah, no, what's gonna happen is he's gonna fight Bog, he's gonna take him down, he's like, well, time to take the Soaking's powers for myself.
Watch. Just this past chapter, next chapter, you know, you're gonna see Ichigo walking around. It's like, now I'm gonna defeat you with my new ability, the death dealing. Gift ball.
Death ball! Yeah! Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, how is that even possible? He is Zareth.
I was Kylo Ren. Oh!
Oh, I just saw that too.
He
Sure,
is
saw that.
he is Naraku.
Fucking Inuyasha. Alright. That's how we're going. That's where we're going. I'm the one who started the alien war in Gantz. They came to stop me.
Ichigo created the Titans. Like in Attack on Titans.
Didn't I say that already?
I'm the
Yeah.
one that gave.
Did you say that
I'm
one?
the one that gave
I
birth
thought you were
to.
talking.
He's like Ichigo's like, I'm the one that gave birth to Godzilla, and told him
Yeah.
to destroy
Oh,
Tokyo
yeah.
over
And
and over again.
In Attack on Titan, they're gonna find the basement. They're gonna see Ichigo in a chair, like, sup.
So you all thought this chair was for Aizen.
I'm the one that called the kaiju in Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
I'm the one that sent the message to the aliens in Independence Day.
I'm the one who told Hollywood to make all those shitty Dr. Seuss movies and all the crappy Saw sequels.
I'm the reason the Kardashians are famous.
Oh, that's his most evil daggone thing to date.
And Honey Boo Boo.
Unforgivable.
That's the most evil thing he's
Ichigo's
done
Honey
to
Boo Boo's
date.
brother.
That's a grave sin indeed.
Oh, he's going to hell for that. He's like, I'm the one that wrote the invasion arc.
Ah!
No.
No.
Why, Ichigo? Why?
What?
I'm the reason that Donald Trump is still high in the polls. It was all me. I'm actually running this campaign.
I believe this
Wow.
so much.
He is Donald Trump.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He is Donald Trump.
Wow.
That's no good.
Well, they go to the same barber, I think.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
I'm
Donald
the
Trump-
I'm the one who wrote.
Mexican barbers.
I'm the one who wrote 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh God.
And Twilight.
No.
Yeah, and Twilight.
God.
No,
Oh
I-
god.
I plagiarized myself.
I started Scientology.
And Mormonism.
Yeah. I'm responsible for every cult suicide ever. Just, I was like, you know what? You should kill yourselves for me. And they're like, yeah. And then, but since I can't die, I just got up after a few minutes. I'm like, well, it was fun. Kind of on to that bunch of idiots.
Oh god.
I am Kira.
And while we're at it, I'm the one who started the Templar Assassin conflict in Assassin's Creed. That was awesome.
And I'm the one.
The Templars.
And I'm the one who brought the life fibers to Earth and killed the kill. It was all me.
Oh god.
I'm the one who caused the Spiral Nemesis in Gurren Lagann. That was me.
I'm the Major, the leader of Millennium.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh,
I'm the one who made Alucard a vampire.
I'm the one that turned Walter against them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I started World War II just to see what just for fun.
I'm the one behind Team Rocket.
Jesus Christ.
I really fancy Pikachu. That's why they keep chasing.
Oh, and just because I could, I made the zombies in The Walking Dead.
Well, there you go. That explains it all.
Yeah. I was like guessing a dead show, and then it worked. So there.
Explains it. That makes sense. He said, "I stole that ability from Giselle.
Yeah.
My new power."
Yeah, herpaderpaderp. Yeah, and I'm the reason that Berserk and High School of the Dead are on infinite hiatus.
He's also
Don't remind me.
he's also the reason. He's also the one that keeps giving money to M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Truly evil man. Truly.
He's the reason.
He created the Sharknado.
He's the reason why. Yeah, he's the reason why the Naruto anime has had like a straight half a year of filler, even though the manga's over. Because you know that fucking makes sense, you know.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's fucking pathetic. Real talk. Just Jesus Christ, end the damn thing already.
He's like, I'm the reason after 20 plus years that going freaking Dragon Ball Z can't rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? The manga's been over for like 15, like 10 or 20 years. Like, why are you still making daggone shows?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well,
I'm the reason. I'm the reason there's so many crappy games on Steam nowadays.
Well, I'm the reason that every mobile game is a copy of something else.
Yeah. I made Candy Crush and Flappy Bird. Oh
It's
shit.
like, I'm
Okay, I
the
think we've
reason-
lost track of what we were talking about here.
It's like,
No, we haven't. Ichigo's the real bad guy behind everything ever.
He's also the reason for why daggone freaking Square Enix has become evil douches.
Oh yeah, and why there's a 15th Final Fantasy coming out.
And why the Steam version of Final Fantasy VI is using the horrible sprites from the mobile port.
Or why the higher ups in Square Enix decided in their infinite power to daggone cancel the freaking next freaking Legend of Legacy of Kain game when it was fucking almost done 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Ichigo's also the reason that Invader Zim only got one season.
Forever.
He's also the reason behind the creation of Buckaroo Banzai.
No, Ichigo created SpongeBob.
Oh, that is horrible. And Uncle Grandpa.
Oh yeah, Uncle Grandpa, of course.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So, anybody got anything else to add there? Who else is Ichigo, by all means? Please comment. What else has Ichigo done that has destroyed our
He's
lives?
the reason for slavery.
Yeah. Ichigo is the most shit tier waifu. There, I said it. It's not even a husbando.
Wow.
Ichigo stole the cookies from the cookie jar.
Wow.
Ichigo's
Oh, because he wanted a hippopotamus for
Ichigo's
Christmas.
the one who killed Orihime's brother.
Ichigo is the one behind the death of John Lennon.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
He created. What do you call her?
Ichigo was the third shooter for JFK.
Wow.
Ichigo sold the nuclear weapons stuff to the Russians.
Ichigo gave birth to Yoko Ono.
Yeah. Oh, and Ichigo inspired Ozymandias.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. There you go. That's
Ichigo
That-
caused the
that's the-
plagues in Egypt.
wow.
Right. Are we gonna stop though now? What else has he done? If anyone can think of anything else. Everyone done? Are we done?
Ichigo caused global warming.
We're not done. Okay, we're not done.
All right.
There, I'm
Let's end it here, and then we can.
Yeah.
Well, give us any of your ideas of what Ichigo has done, guys. And subscribe, and we'll see you all next week, probably, whenever the next chapter's out. Whenever. Ciao,
oh
ciao.
yeah, for all the lovelies, the next chapter should be out on the 14th of next year. We're not getting more chapters for like a couple weeks. So
You sure?
yes, because I
You weren't very sure this week.
Well, no,
Okay.
that's because he didn't know whether or not the translators said they were taking off. But this is because Kubo and most of the other manga writers actually take off for Christmas and
yeah.
stuff with their
Yeah.
families.
Yeah, so
Of course.
I don't know what's up with this week, but I'm not complaining, even though I was caught off
Actually,
guard.
we actually, now that I think about it, we really can't be sure based on the fact that it really just depends on them when
Okay.
they put out something. Because
Yeah.
I remember, I don't think it last year, but maybe a year before or something like that, it did come out at a regular daggone thing. I don't know whether we just decided not to go on break or what. But
Yeah, I know this. I know this year, it started like a week later than usual because Kubo wasn't feeling well. But other than that, if he's not sick, and I don't think he's gonna be, we should be back to schedule like mid-January. So, yeah.
Uh,